so much. I really want to celebrate you guys for staying till now. I understand that a lot of time has been spent and some of you are tired, but I just want to beg you to just give it another push while I round off my session. I don't know where to start. I prepared a slide, but Ulboipo gave me a memo, so I'm just going to follow the memo. I'm a student of I was a student of University of Ilorin. Right, so I finished at Department of History and International Studies. If you are a history student here, just say hi. All right, thank you so much, my family. And I finished 2021 or so. I just saw my certificate last month. Yes. It's important that I mention that, so that you can put into perspective what Mr. Gbenga Totoyi has said. Everything I'm going to do is just to combine all the thoughts that have gravitated towards you today. When I was a student of University of Ilorin, then I told my guys, I was departmental president, and I told them that I don't believe in certificate, I believe in certificate. So during my tenure then, I titled my tenure the certificate era. And I'm glad I'm a living testimony of that. When I talk about certificate, I'm not demeaning certificate. Of course, you can verify. I was one of the best students in the Department of History and International Studies. You can go and verify, right? So when I talk about certificate, I'm talking about the ability of a student to create enough capacity that can make you thrive after school, irrespective of your graduation status. I'm going to come again. Certificate is the ability of a student to generate enough capacity that can make you thrive outside school, irrespective of your graduation certificate, whether first class, second class, I don't care about it. Right? But when you leave school, can you thrive at the four walls, in life room, basically? There's something I call classroom. There's something called life room. You will spend more time in life room than classroom. So you can't prepare too less for life room. You can't. I ask people that come for interview in my company, ask them how many years working experience you have. Of course, I know you just graduated. They tell me 0 working experience. And I ask them, automatically, the way school has been programmed now is that your years of study should automatically translate to your working experience. Nobody has time. So it's good that you are passing the test of academics. But most importantly, you need to pass the test of education. You saw what Mr. Gbenga said when he spoke about ExxonMobil, some oil companies leaving the country, and you are studying a course that relates to that part, and they are already leaving. So it means that most of the things that you are studying might not be relevant by the time you are done with school. So what that should tell you is that you don't necessarily need to pass the test of academics alone. You now need to pass the test of education. Academics is what you are taught. Education is what you teach yourself. Education is the ability of a man to study his environment well enough and question that environment to understand the options that exist in it and to determine which options to pick as a matter of supreme urgency and importance. Education is the ability of a man to study his environment well enough and question it to understand the options that exist in it and to determine which options to pick as a matter of supreme urgency and importance. It means that in the present world that we are in, some jobs won't matter. It means that some of the courses you are studying, they won't matter, they won't be relevant. Your responsibility is to study your environment. Where is the future going? Where is the world tilting to? I tell people the future is not a place we are going. The future is a place we are growing by the things you do today. It means that yesterday was an experience. Tomorrow is something like an idea. Today is only the practical, is only the critical platform of exchange. It means that today is the only thing you have to do something. So it is making every day count for you as a student. When I was a student, I made money. And I always tell people, never hate money. A lot of people, when some people talk about money, some people are like they have a kind of a feeling that people will like too much money. Money is the root of all evil. Allow me to tell you that it's the love of money that's the root of all evil. What money cannot do, more money will do it. So money is good. As a student, I made my first commission 1.2 million in my final year selling real estate. Selling real estate. When I tell people that, Genga had emphasized that you are not too young to take your financial life serious. If you are not too young to be broke, you are not too young to be rich. Poverty is a spirit. If you don't castrate it in your time, it will give birth to its kind. You saw the story of Mr. Benga that he shared about that woman, right? They have been born, no choice. They have been born into a poor background. If that son doesn't pay attention to his life, he's going to replicate that pattern. And if people will talk about generational curse, no, it's generational choice. It means that you have a choice to make. Poverty sat me down and said, I'll finish you. And from there, I said, I've got to do something with it. I usually share a story here. Whenever I talk about money, I was in 200 level history and international studies. There was a scholarship. When you get to 200 level, if you pass, if you're academic, if your GP is strong, you're going to go for an exchange program in Kenya. I'd known about this. I had prepared for it. And when it happened, I was qualified because of my academic performance. And all we needed was 300,000 to finalize. The school had covered a lot of things, accommodation, or they've covered a lot of things. All we needed was like a processing fee of 300,000. And I went to my mom and my parents. I said, this is a golden opportunity. Because if you don't do it that semester, you can't do it again. Because it's specific for a particular semester or session. I went to my parents and told them, this is a golden opportunity for me. And I remember that myself and my mom, we were going to most of our family members' house. We'll go and knock and beg. Oh, mommy, the way mothers, I love that woman. We go and beg. This one will give us 15,000, 20,000, 7,000. Eventually we raised 150,000. By the time we were to travel, I'd not raised the money. So I lost that opportunity. I hated my parents. I was angry at my life. I was frustrated that this opportunity meant so much to me. Meant so much to my academic, meant so much to my career, meant so much to my exposure. But there was no money. So I hated money. I don't know if any of you have been in that situation where there was a particular time you needed money. Ubon King, my mentor, lost one of his children because of 6,000 naira drug. 6,000 naira drug. And because of that, he vowed, he said, thunder, fire, poverty. Can someone record that? Say thunder, fire, poverty. Last year, I made a trip to Kenya. That same Kenya that I was denied, I made a trip to. I spent over 1.8 million naira in that trip. Because money can give you choice. The options of a poor man are limited. You say, Mo, like in my travel is a lie, low. You say, you don't have money. You say, no, I don't like item 7, you are broke. Yeah, iPhone, you are broke. The options of a poor man are limited. And that is why you have to take this battle of wealth serious. Because what? Everything about your life is dependent on it. Because if you don't make it, some people will not make it. A lot of destinies are tied to you. There's a popular quote David used to say, we rise by what? By lifting. A lot of destinies are tied to you. And that's why you have to win the battle of financial freedom. And that's why I'm excited at what Golan is doing. Because poverty is bold. You don't have to do anything. It will come. Money is shy. It takes courage to woo money. But poverty is bold. To come at you. In fact, poverty is not an insult. It's a state of existence. Some people need to occupy that office for wealth to be determined. So if someone is poor, they make choice to be poor. Jesus said, the poor you have among you. You have among you. You can't eradicate them. So it's your own option now to determine whether you'll be poor or whether you'll be rich. So back to the story I was sharing. I made my money selling real estate. I remember that year 1.2 million. I leveraged on technology. I remember my first sale, I made it after 7 months of selling real estate. Meaning that for 7 months, I didn't make any sale. But what kept me going in the process of that 7 months was because I had goals, I had dreams that were bigger than me. So I could not give up. Because I know if I give up, my family is in trouble. So there are questions I ask myself. I say, who will suffer if I don't make it? Who will suffer if I don't make it? I ask myself those questions. Ubonkin will say that a dream is not what you see when you sleep. A dream is what stops you from sleeping. It means that there are some things that put discipline on you to work. It takes hard work to escape hard life. But those dreams, in those periods, they were motivating me. They kept me going. I had a vision roadmap of what I wanted to do with my life. A vision is like sitting on a needle. When you sit on a needle, it should make you jump off for an action. You don't sit on a needle and say, yeah, don't do me, I see there. You stand up. So what vision have you mapped out for your life? What do you want to achieve? Why do you want to make money? Why do you want to make money? Why? Why should God bless you to make money? It has to be beyond you. There has to be a hunger that causes you to wake up every morning wanting to make money. Every Monday when I wake up, I post, we are making millions this week. It's not because I love money, it's because I know that there are some problems that I have. That if I don't make money, I am dead. So I woke up every day with hunger. Where is my next million? Where is my next 50 million? Where is my next 10 million? Where is my next 50 million? In the jungle, when a gazette wakes up every day, the gazette has to run than the fastest lion, so that the gazette will not be eaten by the lion. When a lion wakes up every day, the lion has to run than the fastest gazette, so that the lion will not miss the meal for the day. Lion has to eat about 70 kg in a day to survive. So it means that whenever you wake up, whether you are a gazelle or a lion, keep running. Until you are hungry, you are not qualified for food. The reason why you have not made it is because you are satisfied too easily. There's no pressure. There's no problem that is causing you. You probably have, you know that your experience is worse, but you have not made any attempt to change it because you are satisfied easily. I was reading a book by Smith Wigglesworth. They asked him a question. They said, when are you satisfied? He said, I am satisfied when I'm dissatisfied. The only time I'm satisfied is when I am dissatisfied. Some of you have become eased. You need to wake up. Because nobody is coming for you. Newsflash. What did I say? Nobody is coming for you. This battle is a battle you must fight. The battle for financial freedom is a battle that you must fight yourself. And that's why I put myself in a lot of trouble. Because trouble is a gift of God to mankind. When you enter trouble, God shows up. Bonki will say the only way to get out of trouble is to enter into trouble. So I wake up every day looking for troubles. Is it that I am just getting out of trouble, I am about to get into trouble, or I am in trouble? I stay troubled. I stay troubled. Because I know that whenever there is a problem, I know that I need to wake up to sort it out. This month, I put myself in 2 million ajo. It's a trouble. I just left a 500k ajo per month. I'm now 2 million ajo. It's a trouble. Why? Because I know that I am young. It is good that a man bear his yoke in the what? In the days of his youth. I know I have strength. I don't want to just, waste away my life like some people are doing. You know everything about complete sports except your complete life. I need to, make effort to change my story, to change my life. Some of you are lazy to be rich. Some people are too lazy. When they are giving them the award for the most laziest person in the world, they will send someone to collect it. You are too lazy. You are too lazy to be rich. You don't pay attention to capacity building. You don't pay attention to reading books. Everything. Rosemont says something about your mind, reading books. Life is not a dressing competition. If you are not loaded, you are not needed. Life is not a dressing competition. If you are not loaded, you are not needed. Beauty without brain is cosmetic foolishness. Empty your purse in your brain. It takes what is in your head to forge ahead. 2017, I read 104 books. I can't count how many books I've read. Maybe about 450. I keep reading books. I keep reading books. Because a big head without a big brain is a big load to the neck. I kept reading books. I kept reading books. All these things were what built my capacity to succeed in real estate. My first client, I met her online. She connected me with her husband that bought for me. Leveraging on technology for real estate success. I met this woman. I was speaking with her and we became friends. And from there, she told her husband about our property. And I just got a call one day like that. Her husband called. Said, "Is this Fabian John?" I said, "Yes." Blah, 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 blah. Asked some few questions. And that was it. Ubonki, we say, when your mother enters the bedroom, approval is waiting for you in the boardroom. I don't know whatever the woman must have told the man. Maybe while they were on bed, the woman was just rubbing the man's chair and say, "There's one real estate boy like that." I mean, that was it. When the man called me, the man told me he was going to get 1 acre of our property then. And he said the price was 6 million. He said he was going to pay next week. Sorry. He said he was going to pay next week. That he doesn't like splitting payment. He wants to pay at once. One of the things you need to learn in sales is urgency. I told the man, I said, I understand the kind of person you are. You want to make payment, I understand. I totally understand your feeling. However, we have about 1,000 people pushing this product every day. And I'm sure by the time you come next week, it will have been sold out. How about you making a deposit now? And to secure your slot so that by the time you come next week, you can still get. And the man said, "Oh, that's an interesting idea." And right there, the man paid 3.5 million. The next day, he completed the balance. He had the 6 million. Prospects lie. One of the things you need to learn. People lie. We do it too. It's called buying delay. There's that delay. You have money for something you want to buy, you want to pay for it, but you're like, "We cannot spend this money now. Let me just keep it. Let me keep it." Delay tactics. But I was hungry. I knew that there's no solution. There's no any solution next year apart from this real estate. So I paid attention to you and collected the money. And from that first sale, I was the first person then to sell 1 acre deal in the company. So all my 7 months delay was worth it. And what made me not to sell in those 7 months was because I was distracted. I was doing a lot of stuff. One of the things you need to learn if you want to make mastery in something is that you have to focus on it. There's something called this one thing I do. Then I remember, because I was talented, I was a digital marketer, I was a copywriter, I was a lot of things. So when I'm broke, after selling real estate, if I don't say, I'll go. I'll say, "Guys," and I know how to talk. People respect me. I'll just go. I want to teach people how to sell without opening your mouth. 10 people, 50K. For the first 5 people will pay 5K. People will pay, I will say about 45K or 70K, and nobody. When I spend the money finish, I will go back to real estate. I will say, nobody will buy. I will come back again. I said, I have learned how to optimize LinkedIn optimization. My LinkedIn. If you want to optimize your LinkedIn, come. I'm going to teach you I will collect another 15, 20K and hold. I will go back to selling real estate. When I don't make sense, I will come back again. I say, "Guys, I've learned a principle about email marketing. I can teach you how to generate your first 100 leads without spending so much money. People will pay for it." So I was going all and out. And because of that, I didn't have a laser focus, selling real estate. So one of the things you need to also pay attention to, right, if you are going to succeed in any aspect, is focus. A lot of things can happen by mistake, not mastery. You can't be a master by mistake. Paying attention to all of those things. Another thing that has also helped me is confidence. What did I say? Confidence. I am confident. I know they fear anybody. Maybe that's one of the things I learned from Ubon King. I know they fear anybody. Confidence has helped me. Because you cannot be broke and be shy at the same time. There are two predicaments. You have to leave one. You're already broke. You cannot add shyness to it. Some of you, you realize that you are good at a skill, but someone who is not good at all is making so much money than you because the person is loud. When we were in primary school then, the teacher would say, get me noisemaker list. The class captain will write list of noisemakers. If the class captain hates you, 2 times 2 times 4 times 8. When the teacher comes, the teacher will flog you. That is classroom. In life room, if you don't make noise, life will flog you. So you have to be loud about what you are doing. And it takes confidence. It takes audacity. And that's one thing I love about a lion. Because there's so much audacity and charisma in a lion. The righteous are as bold as a lion. The lion is one of the biggest animal in the jungle. Elephant is bigger. The lion is one of the fastest animal in the jungle. A cheetah is faster. The lion is one of the tallest animal in the jungle. Giraffe is taller. The lion is one of the smartest animal in the jungle. Maybe a tortoise or snake are wiser. But the lion is the king of the jungle. Why? His attitude. Whenever a lion sees elephant, he's thinking kill, 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 kill. Elephant as big. He's saying run. No. The lion. There are events I've got. There was an event I went to. A lot of people were sitting at the back. I knew they reserved the seat, the front seat for people. But I went to the front. I sat down. There was a guy that I spoke to after that event. The guy is, of course, a top profile guy. But because he saw me seated in front, he felt like this guy is an important person. That was the only entry point to connect with that guy. Confidence. I don't fear anybody. There was a guy that wrote a book and called it How to Make Millions Without Doing Nothing. How many of you want to write the book? Want to read the book? How to Make Millions Without Doing Nothing. Raise your hand now. Don't be shy. So the guy wrote the book, right? When he wrote the book, he published it. He called for a book launch. He put a price tag. People came, bought the book. When they bought the book and they were excited about what they were going to unravel, they met empty pages. They were mad. He said, why we write a book and title it How to Make Millions Without Doing Nothing, and it was empty pages that we met. He said, I just showed the people how to make millions without doing nothing. But the audacity that took the man to write a book, put a title, put a price tag, call book launch, and sell it to people, that audacity is mad. That's the audacity you need for your business. Because you are selling genuine thing. You have the skill. You can make hair. You can bake cake. Because there's something you have. There's nobody that is born without anything. All of us are born naked. Nobody is born empty. There's something you have. There's a gift you have. There's a talent you have. Money is in you. She spoke about trees. Booms inside trees. Money is in you. The only thing you need is to discover those gifts and harness it to produce your wealth. Wealth is not far away. It's not far away. There's a gift that you have, but you are commonizing that gift. There's no gift that is useless. It is only useless. There's no gift that is useless. It is only used less. You are using your gift less, and that's why it feels to you that it's useless. Work more on your gifts. Show up every day. Show up consistently. Finally, I will leave with this particular story. 2 people, students, came to me to Bon King and asked how they can be successful in life. And he shared a story about some 2 young men that went to meet a fortune teller. And when they got to the fortune teller said, you want to know whether you'll be successful? You have money? I'm going to show you. So he put 2 holes and he put a very black ant in between the 2 holes. There's a white hole here. There's a black hole here. And he told the first person to step forward that if this black ant enters this white hole, you will make it. If this black ant enters this black hole, you are done. So the first person came. The black ant was going towards the white hole. Suddenly, the black ant turned back and was going to the black hole. The guy started lamenting. Say, life has happened to me. Economy has happened to me. My life is doomed and whatnot. The second guy, he called the second guy to come forward. The same black ant was going towards the white hole. And suddenly, the black ant turned. I was going to the black hole. The guy carried the black ant and put it into the white hole. The man asked him, I said, what? He said, I cannot allow my life to destroy in my front. So whether you be successful or not, it lies in your hands. Thank you so much.